Hi, I'm Jeff with the Halcyon Masters. This is the first video in a new series called the Tier 10 list. To kick off the series, Ivory Heart and I are diving deep into the Vainglory lore and attempting to peek under the veil to predict the heroes that may join us on the rise during 2018. Let's hit the intro. Kicking off our list is Moline, our pompous, slumbering princess who sure knows how to make herself expected. The possibility of her joining the roster has been teased for years, and we've received plenty of breadcrumbs from the devs up to this point.
Have you seen Moline around? No reason.
In an attempt to escape her palace, she was poisoned and put to sleep by one of the hardy orange thorn bushes planted around the property. The adventurers are on a quest to tickle her awake with a certain azure seraphim feather.
How rude.
Should she finally awake this year, we can't wait to see her square off against the other heroes, seeing that she could hold her own very well against her captors. Her mirror seems like it could do more than just bash heads in. Speaking about azure feathers, in an episodic but very intriguing entry is the Grey Witch. She appeared in Adagio's lore as an uninvited guest, asking for a dance.
Walking is so mundane.
We bring the spotlight to this character since she ends up stealing one of the Seraphim's feathers, directly tying her into Finn, Blackfeather, and Moline's saga.
Get my point?
They too need a feather, which she happens to now possess. Sugarvenom stresses that Dark Parade lore is not canon, yet stated that she needs to deal with the writing of this ominous character. While there's no telling if the witch is exclusive to the episode, we want to know more about her. With powers opposite of that of Adagio, she's able to freeze people in a state of nightmarish trance, leaving open many gameplay possibilities. Third on our list is a quite glossed over character from the early pieces of Scarf's lore, Detective Sarth. To most people's surprise, she's another character tied, albeit less directly, to Moline. How is this? Well, not long after teasing Finn's lore, members of the community took the time to make the connection. The newspaper covering the case of Moline's disappearance bears the same logo as the one covering the events linked to Scarf, meaning that both story arcs originate from the same region. In her story, Detective Sarth was investigating a civilian wrongfully convicted of arson, when the Safety Spire, the institute where she operated in, was assaulted by our little baby dragon. While the events following have yet to be revealed, we can assume she might make a further appearance, and since she is described to be a detective, we can only imagine that she'll take an active role in Moline's story. The next three prospects border on the not likely to make it to the fold, and really, I think you're just adding these in to make filler so you hit 10, aren't you? Well, yes and no. Believe me, there is some merit behind these characters. First on the I'm reaching list is a hero concept named Bob. This comes from a very old dev stream where Ciderhelm discussed the idea of an alien or churn beast looking character, but that's about all that we know about him. But what's better than a churn beast? A dinosaur. And in our second, not likely gonna make it here, but still I want it, is this little raptor that has made his way into a bunch of different Vainglory splash arts. We've seen him in Adagio's Dark Parade and also Tier 3 Glaive's splash art. If I can start a petition for a hero, I want the raptor. Third on the I'm reaching list is Prince Alexander. Mentioned briefly in Varia's lore, he's one of two warring princes in the Sleeping Lands. He is designated as a mage and has been keeping the dwarves busy by building turrets and other tools of war. Back to heroes with more substance, we have Frankie, our crazed scientist dwarf, and another highly anticipated candidate. His popularity exploded the moment we realized just how pivotal he is within the lore, and we hope he will be just as popular in the meta. Frankie was introduced as he was commissioned by the Storm Queen to design and assemble the ultimate assassin, a soldier that would forever obey her, Alpha. Well, Frankie failed the Storm Queen, as traces of Daisy live on within her now not-so-perfect robot.
I won't. Please, no more. Rebooting, stand by.
Because of his failure, Frankie ends up in jail, but befriends Grumpjaw, and the two escape with a time-traveling device called the Cube. Frankie transports them to the time and place where, as he states it, when everything went wrong, a very important scene, which also features our next prediction, and that is Amy, the Mage of the Storm Guard. Amy is one of the many soldiers that decided to join Catherine and desert the Storm Queen. As such, she was marked as one of Alpha's targets. Atop an airship tower, the remaining Storm Guard face off against the unstoppable android. During the assault on the tower, Amy disappears within a falling elevator car. Mysteriously, this car is empty when Frankie and Grumpjaw materialize in the building's lobby. This begs the question, what happened to Amy? We expect her abilities to revolve around fire, splash damage, and a phoenix. The second to last hero candidate is the mysterious Valeria. She first appeared in the talents section of the market, sitting with an adorable companion. Valeria's second appearance came in Reza's lore, as she hid Samuel in the back room. I don't buy for a second that she is a simple merchant. This is because she helped provide Samuel the cover he needed and blatantly disregard the Paladin's inquiries. Valeria seems to have her way with the tarot cards, even giving off that fortune teller vibe. Maybe her abilities reside in the cards, but only the future knows. Now, this is a hero that has been teased for an extremely long time. First time I think we see him is in Jules' lore, scribed at the bottom of a blueprint. Secondly, his hat is being worn by Adagio. And third is in the most recent press releases as provided by Churnguard Industries. If you don't know who I'm talking about yet, it's Dr. Johan van Eyds. I would love to see this engineer come to the Rise. Our final prediction, and probably the least likely to ever make it to the Rise, is the one and only Nightmare Goat Corpus. Celeste and Vox's former pet was introduced in Update 1.4 as an April Fool's Day joke, but this joke never gets old. Corpus is a fan favorite, with players spamming their desire to bring her to the game every chance they get. Don't believe me? Log on to a dev stream, watch chat during a Vainglory 8, and you will undoubtedly see her name scrolling through the feed. Corpus, see, was at one time just a simple goat, until a certain archer silenced her with a magical arrow. We don't know how, but that goat now wanders through southern Githia, terrifying any and all in her path. Corpus completes our first tier 10 list. In the comments below, let us know who you want to see on the Rise, or if you think that we left anyone out. And until next time, we'll see you on the Rise.